Dr. Joe. Welcome to episode 8 of Bring On 60, my weekly show that follows my journey as I try to get into the best shape of my life by my 60th birthday. It's March. Can't believe it's March already, which means that got about 6 months left till I turn 60. So a few things for this week's episode. A few things we got going on. One is I'm heading into the gym right now for an arm workout, and I'm in the mood for like a real, I'm just in the mood for like a real hard arm crushing workout, kind of cough up blood type of workout. And I'm not going to film the tricep portion, but I'm going to definitely film the bicep workout part of it, and it's going to just be some old school bicep training. I mean, everything I do is old school, right? I'm going to be 60 years old. I do a lot of old school stuff. I mean, I'm not one to like, oh, I'm going to do these exercises because I saw research studies showed that this exercise at this angle hits that muscle the best. I go with what works, what's been working for the last 50 years. I mean, everything I do is old school, whatever. I go by what feels good. So anyways, we're gonna do some bicep work. And like I said, I'm just in the mood for some pain, and probably that gets me into the second thing we're gonna talk about. Probably the reason I'm in the mood, I really haven't been in a great mood, sorry to say, is because of my next story for you guys. So I'm gonna let you know a little secret. Hold on a second. Don't forget the official pre-workout drink of anyone who watches Bring On 60, coffee. That's the Bring On 60 crowd. That's what we do for pre-workout drinks. Especially if you're a 60-year-old Italian guy in Boston, you drink coffee before you train. So let me tell you a little story what's going on. I want to share with you guys. I haven't told anyone really this. So I know I've shared with you, some of the different troubles I've been having, as I'm training this year, my shoulder, both shoulders. I was recovering from a wrist, from the fall. But sometimes when something's really bad, I got this thing that I do where when I have a real problem, I actually don't talk about it. I try to put it in the deepest recesses of my brain so that I train and I work out and I try not even to think about it, and I just almost like I hope that if I don't think about it, it's just gonna mysteriously go away. So what am I talking about? So, alright, here it is in a nutshell in like 60 seconds. So like 40 years ago when I was doing gymnastics, I tore my ACL in my left knee, and I had to get it surgically repaired. And 40 years ago when they repaired the ACLs, it was a pretty big procedure, I mean, they had to open you up. There was no scoping. They didn't scope surgeries back then. They had to open you up. And they did the repair, but it was a long recovery. And, the orthopedic who did it did a great job. It was 40 years ago. I never have had any trouble with that knee. And believe me, over the last 40 years, I've beat that knee up a lot. I mean, there was a lot of years of 500 plus pound squats when I was lifting heavy and bodybuilding, and besides all that heavy weight training, I mean, I did all sorts of sports with that knee over the years. I mean, I played some rugby, I competed in judo, I was doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I mean, I wasn't taking it easy, and that knee in 40 years have never giving me a problem. I mean, the guy did an awesome job fixing that ACL in my left knee. And then like 2 months ago, this is why it's been so aggravating. So like 2 months ago, I'm just stretching. I'm like, and I've always had full mobility of that knee, just like my other knee. And so I'm in if you can picture this, like I'm stretching where like I'm sitting back on my ankle. So I have my butt sitting on my ankles, so I'm stretching out like my quadriceps, and I'm leaning my body back, trying to get like a full stretch. And all of a sudden on that left side, I feel like my bottom bone, the tibia, shift. And I was like, oh my God. And when I went to go straighten my knee, when I went to go straighten the leg, it was almost like something had shifted out of place. So when I went to go straighten my knee, the knee kind of popped back in. So my first thought was, I wonder if I thought maybe the surgical repair let go. I mean, it's 40 years old. And so I really haven't had any pain, but every time I bend that knee past about 100 degrees, it almost feels like my tibia shifts out of position, like it goes out, and then every time I go to straighten the leg after that, it pops back in. So obviously not good. And so I didn't know what was going on. I was trying to self-diagnose it. I didn't know if the repair went bad. I didn't know if it was a meniscus problem. So I finally went and got an x-ray last week. Actually, the x-ray looked good, because I followed up the x-ray with an orthopedic visit a couple days ago. I saw an orthopedic doctor, orthopedic surgeon, and he took a look at the x-ray, and he's like, wow, he goes, your knee is going on 60, looks really good. He goes, you have a lot of joint space in there. There's not a lot of arthritic changes. You got a little bit of arthritic, a little spur here and there, but he said, your knee looks really good for your age. Nice, good joint space. And he checked out the knee, and so what he determined was that the meniscus kind of lifted up on one side, and now when I'm flexing, it kind of let go, it's lifted up, and so now when I fully flex the knee back, that meniscus is folding up, pushing the tibia out of position, which is why it shifts out of position, and then when the leg straightens, the meniscus goes back and the knee pops back into place. And good news and bad news. The good news is he said he can go in there and just basically put that meniscus back down. He doesn't have to cut it out. He can leave all my meniscus in the knee. The bad news is he goes, you're going to be on crutches for 6 weeks. So between how I don't want to ever miss a workout, and the fact that I'm on my feet all day when I'm at work treating patients, 6 weeks of being on crutches is not going to be fun. So, but I think I'm going to get it done. I mean, if I was an inactive person, I could easily live with this, because doing day-to-day activity, I have no pain, I have no swelling, I have no instability of the knee. And so if I was just doing normal weight, walking around and sitting and moving, I wouldn't even notice this thing. This thing only happens when I bend my knee past 100 degrees. However, doing what I do, constantly, working out and stretching and doing all this stuff during the day, I mean, this knee's popping back and forth, and it's annoying. I mean, I haven't missed any workouts. I've even been squatting. I basically been doing a ton of box squats so that I can set the box so that I only squat down to 90 degrees. I have no problem at all with that. I mean, as long as I don't go past 100, the knee is actually rock solid, feels strong, and I've been training just normal. But I got to get this thing fixed. Like the orthopedic said, he goes, if you want to be the guy you want to be, he goes, you got to get this thing repaired. And he's right. I mean, I can't live my type of lifestyle with a knee that's going to pop out every time I bend my knees past 100 degrees. It's just a worse injury waiting to happen with my lifestyle. I mean, it's going to be at some point it's going to pop out while I have weight on it, and it's just going to cause damage. So I'm going to get this thing fixed. I'm going in for an MRI this coming Tuesday just to confirm what he thinks, and then I want to get this thing scheduled and operated on ASAP. So we have some stuff coming on, some upcoming videos. We're going to be obviously going through the whole process of getting this knee operated on, and I'm going to take you through the rehab process. Obviously, I'm going to do the rehab myself because I know what I need to do to rehab it back after surgery. In some strange way, I actually enjoy the challenge of, like, if he tells me it's going to take 12 weeks to fully recover, I'm going to get better in 8 weeks. And if he says I'm on crutches for 6 weeks, I'm I'm gonna make sure I'm on, maybe I'm only on crutches for 4 weeks. I want the challenge. I want to do whatever he gives me for a timeline. I want to beat it. It's just the way it is. I'm gonna just, whatever he says, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna work it 3 times harder than anyone can work it. So I'm gonna get back and recover from this knee surgery very fast. I'm gonna work my butt off and get it back to normal. I'm gonna be back to normal in no time. But it is something that I have to take care of. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with everyone. It's one of the fun things of, right? This stuff happens. Isn't this when we all start going, wasn't it nice when I was 25? Wasn't it nice when I was 30? Stuff just aggravates the heck out of me. Let me tell you. This stuff anything that interferes with what I want to do, like, activity-wise, just really aggravates me, But it is just part of life, and I just try to be optimistic and just look at it as, like I said, a challenge that I'm gonna just get it better so fast. I'm gonna get better really fast. So, anyways, we'll be following along, and so I'm just about at the gym. So we're gonna do that bicep workout. We're gonna film. We're going to do our weekly weigh-in and physique update. That's coming up on this episode. And that's it. So we get some stuff coming up. So hang in there, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. Okay, so I just wrapped up triceps. Had a great tricep workout. Moving on the biceps. I'm all warmed up, ready to go. We're going to start off with 21s. For those of you not familiar with what we call 21s, is we're going to do 3 sets of 7. On curls, we're going to do 7 reps where we just go from extended to 90 degrees. Then we're going to do 7 reps from 90 degrees all the way up. And then we're going to do 7 full reps. So they're called 21. So they're a lot of fun. So here we go. Okay, now from here, 1. Now 7 full reps. Okay. Alright, that's 1 set. Alright, we're gonna go again. It's funny, I don't know what's the hardest part of 21s. I don't know if it's the bottom reps. I think it's those top reps where you have to stop at 90 degrees and go back up. I don't know. But all I know is that 1 set gave me a massive bicep pump. So we're going again. Two sets in, and I feel like I got a massive bicep pump going. So gotta definitely keep going. Definitely gonna keep going with this exercise. So I was only planning on doing 3 sets of those, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to go with the pump. You know, why stop? I can't imagine I'm going to get a better pump from another exercise, so I'm going to go again. Let's do a 4th set. Why not? Go with how you feel. Okay, we're moving on to sets of alternating. We're going to do a hammer curl and a regular curl, and each time we do that, that's 1 rep. Okay, we're going to be alternating. So here's how it's going to go. Hammer, regular, that's 1 rep. Hammer, regular. Oops, shit. You might have noticed I was wearing straps. I'm not a strap guy at all, but this wrist is still hurting, and something about dumbbell curls, especially dumbbell hammer curls, are just killing my wrist. I really can't hold on, so I've been using straps for the last few weeks, but I'm usually not a strap guy. Not that there's anything wrong with using straps. People use them, it's great. Use them as you need to, and that's what I'm doing, using them as I need to. So anyways, that was set 1. All right, here we go, another set. All right, last set of these. All right, it's 3 sets. If you haven't tried those, definitely give them a try. It's awesome combining the hammer with the regular. I'm gonna end with some dumbbell spider curls. All I do is I take my bench and I flip it up on its end so that it's going vertical. I grab a dumbbell and I can get my arm all the way down so it's vertical to the floor, and we can do spider curls from this position. Bench is a little bit taller than I am, so it's a little difficult, but it works out actually. It works out fine. Okay, just switch sides. What I like about these is there's really no way to cheat. Your arm is just stuck in this position. You really can't swing it, can't cheat. This is the type of exercise I like to just keep it moving. You know, we're alternating arms. I just try to go from one arm right to the next arm and back and forth, and just try to bang out these sets. Okay, I had a great arm workout. I finished it up with some abs and core. So let's see where we're at. Like I told you before, I only step on this scale once a week when I video it. So I don't know how the week went, but it was a good week of training. Felt great all week. I ate really clean all week, felt really healthy. $145.8. So that's actually up a pound, I think, from last week. I think last week I was 144.8. So 145.8. Like I said, it was a good week for just for everything, for nutrition. It was a good week for training. So anyways, let's do our physique update, see how things are looking. Just hit a few poses here. Couple back shots. All right, here we go. Weekly physique update. Feeling good, feeling healthy. I know we talked about the knee, my left knee here, but you know, I haven't missed a workout yet. So until they do the surgery, I'm not planning on missing any workouts. I plan on still hitting it hard all week long. So anyways, everyone have a great week. Stay young, train hard.